Coming up on this show, we take a deep dive into the thunderous cosmic debut Milvus by my Yorkie friends, Milana. Take a seat, my children. Open a beer, roll a joint, whatever makes you comfortable. I have a jam-packed show for you today, so without further ado, let's take a look at this week's news. The day after the guys left from filming last week's episode, the news broke that legendary artist Frank Kozik had sadly passed away. Frank Kozik was one of those beautiful souls who really defined an era in underground heavy and alternative music, with an output of work that was simply, for lack of a better word, iconic. Following his service in the American Air Force, Kozik worked as a doorman in Austin, Texas, where he was first introduced to underground heavy music. It is here and during that time that Kozik first established himself as an artist, creating posters and flyers for the local punk and rock scene. In 1993, Kozik moved to San Francisco, arguably one of America's most creative hotspots, where he founded his print shop as well as an independent record label, Man's Ruin, focusing primarily on limited edition 10-inch vinyl releases. Man's Ruin is regarded by many as laying out the blueprint, a DIY ethic that many independent record labels still follow to this day. Man's Ruin put out over 200 releases during its time, discovering and working with a staggering roster of bands that shaped the heavy underground, with many going forth to become global successes. Formative years, Kozik turned his focus back to his art. He was appointed creative director at Kid Robot Toys, where he created the ever-popular Smorkin' Labbit series of vinyl figurines. This past week, the outpouring of love and respect and appreciation have flooded the scene around the world, as his life and work continues to be celebrated. As the news of Frank Kozik's passing broke, it seemed fitting that Queens of the Stone Age announced their new studio album, In Times New Roman, sharing the single Emotional Sickness. This is the Desert Rock Giants' 8th studio album, recorded and mixed at Josh Holme's Pink Duck Studio, additional recording taking place at Rick Rubin's Shangri-La Studios in Malibu. Produced by the band themselves and mixed again by Mark Rankin, who engineered the band's last 2 records. Queens of the Stone Age described this new record as the sound of a band created the music that its own members want to hear, whilst giving the rest of us a sonic forum in which to congregate. In Time's New Roman is out on the 8th of June on Matador Records and is available now to pre-order over on the Kozmik store. Now, as promised last week, we are going to take a deep dive into Milvus. Oh, fucking shit. I dropped the vinyl. Well, let's have a look at this anyway. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those colors. This is the Cosmic Edition, and it is fucking beautiful. I fucking love it. Now, this is one of my favorite releases of this year so far, and as it is voted 6th in the Doom charts this month, it seems many agree. But do not take my word for it. Let's go through track by track and I will prove to you why you should be rocking out to Milana. So the record opens with a big fat stoner riff, which just sets the tone for the rest of the record perfectly. This is a very down, Nola-esque riff, but then a mere 15 seconds into this record, Milana hits you with their secret sauce. See, Milana are masters of the hook, creating catchy choruses song after song that wriggle into your brain and make themselves at home. Celestial Bird is more of a desert rock kind of a vibe. This is a top-down, windows open, cruising down the dusty open roads. You could literally feel yourself reaching for your nearest cigarette, opening your beer as this song's carefree nature leads the way. Next comes Impermanence. This is one of my favorite tracks on the record for one reason and one reason alone. Don't get me wrong, this is a moody track from the very first note, building throughout with a real maturity that many new bands would struggle to execute. What if, like me, you are a sucker for a big, fat, juicy riff, cooked rare? Then dinner is served, motherfuckers. After such a beating, Lucid Reality brings the vibe down a notch with an almost grunge-like track. Think Vedder and Cornell. And of course, this comes with another glorious chorus with vocalist Pedro really sharp. Bay City Lights gives the listener a time to relax a bit. Yes, time to roll a joint, open another cerveza, and sit back and enjoy some tasty heavy blues. Just when you thought you were nice and baked, melting into your chair, the spring wind comes along and drives a sledgehammer right into your fucking face. As outro riffs for a record go, well, have a listen. You know what it is. can see that my boys are ready to join me for a little hang and a chat about this magnificent record. Hello, can you hear me? Please, introduce yourself to my followers.
Hi, this is Will. I play bass.
Hi, I'm David. I play guitar.
Hi, I'm Pedro. I'm the singer of the band.
And Edu, I'm playing drums.
You are a relatively new band. Can you tell us a bit about how you formed?
We started hanging up during the COVID times. It was a fuck up time. Everyone was home, confined, didn't know what to do. We started jamming together and putting songs together. And during that time, something went on and on and on. And when the confinement ended, we jumped into the studio to record these songs, and was pretty much fucking awesome.
And so what is the record about?
It's about things that happen every day, like witchcraft and time travel. There's even a fucking UFO down here.
Yeah, there are a lot of topics in the album. It's about dreams. It's about altered states of mind. But it's better that everyone listen to the album and try to connect with them.
The record sounds absolutely crushing. Where did you record this record?
We record the album in winter on 2022 in Diorama Sound in Mallorca.
Yeah, we got Tony Salva on the desk, who was the technician of the previous split we did with Bisonte here in Mallorca.
Yeah, I was recording the voices in Barcelona with Mark, the final voice of the last song of the album. And it was a little bit hard, but we are very, very happy with the album.
And of course the record is out now on Kozmik Artifactz. How does it feel to have your record out there on vinyl?
So, about being with Kozmik Artifactz and releasing our album with them, with Kai and Adam and all the others involved, it's amazing to be on that roster. It's a dream come true for us, and it's the best way that we really could dream of releasing our album. It's amazing, guys.
Let us for a second talk influences. Who are your influences?
About our influences are very eclectic, from doom, stoner, blues, Jimi Hendrix. That's it.
Yeah, I think one of the most interesting things of the band is we didn't put ourselves doing the album. Yeah, we have a lot of influences. I was listening to a lot of bands, and I think they were working in a lot of projects, and I think it's one of the most beautiful things of this band, in my opinion.
And of course, Sleep. Sleep, that's an influence. And Motorhead.
And I hear some of you are into skateboarding. I myself love skateboarding. I like following teams like Baker and Zero, Creature, the rock and rollers of the scene. So, my question is simple. Who is the greatest skater in Milana?
Who is the best skater in the band? Will, of course.
What the fuck is that?
The reality is that the only skaters in the band are Edu and me. And the best skater is Edu. And how influenced in the music?
Because the scene of the skate is always been related with music, good music from punk and hardcore and stoner and all kind of good music has been close to the skate from the beginning. I mean, when in the 70s, from 80s, maybe in the 80s it was more urban, but it wasn't bad for that era. But thrash metal has been the skate as well. I mean, skate has got the best music, the best sport for listening to music, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, what does the rest of 2023 and beyond hold for you guys?
Included in the amazing Redux from Magnetic Eye Records of Song Garden. We'll be playing a song there along amazing bands on the scene, top level bands, friends of us. And the pre-sale is open, so you could join us and participate in this, and it will be fucking amazing. And aside of this, what we are doing, guys, we'll drink beer, we play here, and we try to create new songs to blow you up, man. That's it.
Thanks for support the band. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching.
And,
Elder,
and
you rule, man.
Yeah.
Milvus is out now on Kozmik Artifactz. I truly believe that this will be one of those records that you will look back and say, I bought their debut from Kozmik Artifactz. Now, before I leave you, my dear children, there is only time for one last segment. It is, of course,
The Riff of the Week!
yes, this week's Riff of the Week must go to my friends Milana, because fuck it. When a riff is that good, it would be a crime to hear it only once. If you have enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and join me next week as we descend again into the heavy underground. Until then, keep it loud, keep it heavy, keep it cosmic.
You know what it